An interesting story this week about illegal dumping and how the landfill tax has made it profitable for criminal gangs to dump rubbish in farmers' fields and that sort of thing, rather than take it to landfill so they can avoid paying the tax. And it's the Environment Agency's responsibility to look after this side of things. And they're clearly massively underfunded because you'd think they could keep an eye, but they don't seem to be able to. Some of these dumps are getting bigger and bigger, and there appears to be no surveillance. There appears to be no capacity to stop them getting bigger, even though lorries are still pulling up and dumping stuff on them, which is a bit crazy, frankly. It does suggest there's a severe lack of resources. But the really crazy thing, to make matters much worse, is that when the Environment Agency wants to clean up these dumps, if it wants to take away the rubbish and get rid of it, then it probably has to take it to landfill itself, and then the agency, has to pay the government the landfill tax. Well, if the agency's budget is already too small to do its job, and they then have to hand over a great chunk of money to the Treasury by way of landfill tax in order to do its job, in order to clean things up, then that is completely bonkers and completely crazy, and it's not surprising we're all in such a terrible mess over this. And this reflects a whole situation in government where everything is divided up into agencies and groups and organisations, and each little arm of government is negotiating with the other, and there are thousands of sort of little negotiations going on as each little department of government tries to look after its own pot of money and its own interests, which is just not joined up at all. We just need joined up thinking and joined up activity and joined up management in government so that different agencies don't have to fight with each other over resources. And also that reflects what we've got here, which is an image we've looked at before, which shows the number of solicitors in the UK, which has risen from 8 per 10,000 people to 26 per 10,000 people in the last 40 years. And that's partly because of this. It's partly because the government has created all this separation of powers, as it were, separation of activities, and all these little bits of government are now talking to each other through their lawyers. Every school's got their own lawyer. Every department has got their own lawyer. There are lawyers everywhere, and other people, other professionals too, who are negotiating the relationships between different departments of government. And that's such a complete waste of money. Frankly, it's a complete waste of energy, a complete waste of activity. We just need the whole thing to be joined up in a much more rational way so that the public interest can be served, and we don't waste all these resources in arguing between different bits of government about who's going to do what.